we're backstage here in Birmingham at the Hippodrome after you have just seen second time the current production of High Society. How does it feel? I've always wondered what it would feel like to be an author and to actually watch people laughing at a gag you wrote, in this instance, about, what, 30 years ago?
It feels a lot better when they're laughing where they're supposed to. And it's a wonderful production. It's way better than it was in New York.
Originally,
because we had a lot of problems in New York. The script is better, and I came over I flew over Thursday, Friday. This was a little pocket to see it.
Yeah.
I had worked with Anna Lindstrom, the director, and Skyped, but I wanted to meet her and I wanted to see the production. And I knew that the script was a lot better than it had been in New York. We didn't have time to really. We ran into problems that happened, and then we were scrambling to sort of put Band-Aids on to fix it.
Must be painful when, I mean, from what I understand, there were problems in San Francisco, and then the director got replaced, and the choreographer
probably got replaced too late, so that we couldn't, replace when we realized. I think we knew we needed. It was in good shape, but not good enough. But you really needed to address the issues. Something will always not work the way you expect it to. You can't anticipate it in the rehearsal. You get it up on its feet and you say, oh, we could have changed that. That's not working, so it wasn't done. So this was an opportunity to come over, and everything that Anna had been suggesting was terrific. Changed some songs and tightened some scenes.
I was interested to hear that you actually worked on a few scenes, just fine-tuning to update them because of the relevance.
There was a song that we'd had which you can't really do anymore because one is aware. It's an innocent song called Little One. But it makes people uncomfortable because of sensibilities with older men and very young girls.
We don't go there.
We don't go there. Scratch that. I didn't say that. But that was one of the things.
This was an interesting journey, this musical has, because it started out as a play, the Philadelphia Story, which was then turned into a film.
Which was wonderful, great film.
Turned into a musical film years later with Bing Crosby that everyone knows. But really, that was not High Society the musical. It was really just an excuse for Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra to,
and Grace Kelly
and all of that.
And it's a lot of fun. It is not the Philadelphia Story, so but it's a lot of fun.
So what were the challenges for you when you sat down and said, I need to make this into an actual piece rather than just
Well, the challenges were, it was an exciting challenge because we could use the whole Cole Porter songbook.
Right.
So there wasn't enough music from High Society, from the film High Society. And some of those songs were not up to Porter at his best, and there weren't that many. And there was some True Love and Samantha. There were maybe 4 songs that we would use, and we were going to base it on not going to base it on the film because it took it out of its period. We really wanted to do Philadelphia Story with music by Cole Porter. So it was, and I was adapting the Philip Barry script. So the task was very simple in its mandate. I had to try to become Philip Barry. What would he have written if he had worked with Cole Porter to make Philadelphia Story a musical?
Interesting.
And you can use some of the music from the film of High Society. But other than that, you're going into the songbook. So there's a great expert on Cole Porter, Robert Kimball in New York, so the Porter Estate, and looking at the songs. And there were some of the lyrics were adapted by Susan Birkenhead because a song is written just changing the context slightly, but always as if it were written by Porter. So it is paying homage to Philip Barry and Cole Porter, and not to write an Arthur Kopit musical, but for me to
allow this musical to
allow it to be the way it might have been, and it felt very wonderful to have Barry's son really loved the piece and that we had done justice to that story, which is a great story.
Now we're sitting here, as I said, in the green room backstage at your production. But if you get a chance to see anything while you're in London?
I have a very brief time here. It's probably better because if I were there for 2 days, then I'd be frustrated. I just got to Heathrow, saw a friend of mine, came up here, visiting a friend in Oxford tomorrow, and then Monday back down to Heathrow, and I go back.
It's not like you start from a theatre in New York, have you?
No, I'm a Tony voter, so I have to see all the Broadway shows.
Have you seen Matilda?
I have not. That's next week.
Okay. Well, we hope you enjoy that.
Well, just about everyone, with only one exception, and I disregard his opinion,
right?
Because he's sort of a curmudgeon. Everyone has loved it, so it's a huge hit.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and may I say that the entire cast was so excited to have you in the audience.
Well, it is always nervous making because you're going to meet a cast, and I'm going to say it's good no matter what. But I'm not a good actor. They think they would have known if I said, "Oh, it's really good," and I have to cut out here. But it's really good, and I hope people come see it because this is the way it should be. So.